I just want to add something here. And this is a message to all the young listeners. And this is coming straight out of my heart because I remember I tried studying for IIT in 11th standard and very soon realized it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Just didn't want to work that hard at that stage of my life. And I think everyone, family members, friends, fellow students, yeah, they, what's it called? They kind of gang up on you and tell you, no, if you don't get IIT, you won't amount to anything in life. And there's a version of this at every stage of your education where they tell you if you don't get this college, end of your life. And in college, they tell you if you don't get this job, end of your life. If you fail, end of your life. But the message is that don't let others draw out possible negative futures for you.
Yeah.
If they're drawing out negative futures, it's more of a reflection of themselves than you. So, you keep thinking positive. Again, just focus on learning, focus on curiosity, and just keep growing because trust me, people don't even know what the scenario of jobs is going to be like in 10 years. All you can do at this stage of human history is like educate yourself, ask questions, learn from past leaders.
But you don't have even school teachers doing that because I had it. In 11th standard,
Yeah,
my physics teacher,
of course.
she said you will never
Amount
come
to
up in
anything.
life and
Yeah.
stuff,
Again, so I don't mean to sound mean, but when someone says that to a young student, it's a reflection of them. They in their eyes probably haven't made it in life. So they think that this is also a possibility. And that's why I'll project my own insecurities on this young student because he can't fight back. So it's a very kind of adult form of bullying. I once,
But it hurts you a lot, right?
For sure.
I mean, your self-esteem and
100% so. Like, I remember going for my 11th, 12th standard CET tuitions where you have to give your entrance exam. We had this one physics teacher who would traumatize kids. Like, she would, the toppers, the person who comes second or third, if they drop down to fourth or fifth, she'd chuck them out of the class, say that I'm not going to teach you anymore. You've let me down.
Yeah.
I remember her crying in classes. Like, she was a little crazy. And she would really traumatize children in terms of, I remember her once writing only the top 2 colleges ka names on the board. And she's like, yeah, if you get these 2, you're great. Rest of it, I guarantee you, I can give you in writing, your life will be ruined. And you're telling 16-year-olds this who don't have any perspective on life. So you really start believing it, then it eats away at you.
So when you asked me my 22 years old how I felt, and all these was in my mind, like, will I ever succeed? And that's what happens, right? We get so much of pressure from everyone. It's only then friends who believe in you and stuff, who then give you those perspectives that no, things will work, you will do well and stuff.
Like the one guy I'm in touch with from engineering college, I didn't have a good time in engineering college. There was too many people just telling me I won't amount to anything, and it really affected my self-esteem at that point.
Same.
The one guy he was a good student. He's still one of my closest friends in life. I remember I didn't do too well in a particular exam, and one of the teachers, this was just a general culture of the teachers, pick on the naughty students or pick on the students with tattoos who are fit. But that was me. But so the teacher made all the toppers of the class stand up and say, oh, what did you get in my subject? You got this, okay, good. What did you get? Good. He asked all the toppers, there's 5, 6 top people, and then he asked me.
The bot.
Yeah. Like the guy who's near the bottom. And Ranveer, aapko kitna mila? Like, how much did you get? And I said, yeah, I just passed with grace marks. And he's like, oh, okay, that's so sad, yeah. He did that. Now that's so demotivating for a 19-year-old.
Man.
So I stepped out of class. And my friend saw this and he came up to me and he was also one of the toppers. And he just put his arm around me and he said that, you know what, dude, that guy's a like he abused that guy. And it's a moment of friendship.
Yeah.
Which stays with me. That's the one moment I hold on to from engineering college.
Correct.
Like, I will do anything. I will miss all the parties. I will miss all the birthdays, but I won't miss the birthday of that one guy who
I have the same example as well. In school, in fact, somebody who's doing extremely well now, but he's so proud of what I'm doing and he gets very inspired now looking at me. So I think these are the people who have given you somewhere that ray of hope that things will be better.
Yeah.
But it is difficult, right now we're speaking about it because we've gone over it. But a lot of listeners and people who are going to college right now are experiencing it, man.
Yes.
You see suicides. You hear about so many pressures from social life that you have to do well. And it's not just about looking good, studying well, having girlfriends, all these social pressures, right?
Yeah.
I mean, then imagine where would the world go, right? I mean, this is where the biggest change we have to do, I think.
So I think social media is bridging that gap slowly. Like when I even go back to engineering college now and interact with some of the students, there's a different energy.
It is.
They've seen stories. I'm really blessed that I was one of those stories where it's like, okay, people always told me I'll amount to nothing. No one expected social media to come up as a concept. I used to run a meme page in college, masti ke liye, and do a lot of offensive memes and all on it. but no one thought that'll lead to anything. Today, meme pages are some of the highest revenue earners in our industry.
Wow.
So it's just you can't predict the future. Just believe in yourself. I feel that's the message people need to take away.
Absolutely.